Hey guys, pre-algebra, Unit 1, Lesson 1.2 on algebraic expressions, okay? We're going to talk today mostly about how to combine like terms. So let's start with that. Terms are actually variables, or can be variables, like x, y, z. They can be numbers. So any type of number, 2, -3, 52, anything you want. And then there also can be both together. So like if I say 2x or -4y squared, okay? Those are all types of terms. Now, what we're used to hearing is combining like terms. So in order to do that, we have to know what like terms are. So like terms are any terms that have the same variable and exponent, okay? The same variable and the same exponent. So the number out in front, or what we call the coefficient, doesn't matter. It's just the variable and the exponent. So just as an example, if I gave you a few here, like terms would be something like 2x and 4x, right? Or it might be 6y squared and -4y squared. Variables are the same, exponents are the same, okay? One more set, maybe like 2 and -4. They're the same because they don't have any variables at all. So that makes them like terms, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is actually talk about just identifying like terms from the sequence, okay? So, or the expression. So up here, if we want to go through this first one, identify like terms in each expression for part A, that would be, again, do they have the same variable with the same exponent? So in this case, we would have 9x and -x, and we would write those down. 9x with -x, and the other two are the same because they don't have a variable. So those would be like terms, okay? Over here, I see a z squared, and then I see another z squared. So those would be like terms. Z squared and -3z squared. And then these have just a z. So 5z and +z, like terms. Again, doesn't matter what number's out in front. We're only looking at the variable and the exponent. At the bottom here with letter C, we've got a y and another y. So those would be like terms. Y and -3/2 y. 10 is by itself, no other numbers, so that would be fine. And then here we've got 7 and -5 as a pair. We've got 4p and regular p, 1p as a pair. And then we have q, but 2q doesn't have anything else with it, so it's by itself. No matching like terms, okay? All right, so moving on with that, we're going to go down here to the next one, and we're actually going to combine like terms. In order to combine, we have to actually see what the signs are for the terms in order to know if we have to add or subtract them. So again, looking for the variable and the exponent, I see that 14 and +8 are like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. 14 plus 8 is going to give me 22. Then I've got -3z and positive, remember this is a 1z, so put those together, -3 plus 1 gives me -2z. And because these don't have any more terms that are like, this would be my answer. Okay, letter B. Again, here's an x and here's an x. They're both positive, so I'm going to add. 2.5 and 4.3 give me 6.8x. And those are the only like terms. So -5 is over here by itself. It's just going to drop down and come to the end. Okay? Those are not alike, so I know I'm done. The next one, 3/8 b and -3/4 b. Well, they both have that b happening, so I know I can combine them. 3/8 minus 3/4 is going to give me -3/8 b. Just as a reminder, if you're wondering how I did that quickly, you can use your calculator for this. But remember, you're looking for the A, B, C button on the top kind of left-hand corner of your calculator. So if you want to type in 3/8, it's 3, and then the A, B, C button, and then 8. And it should look like this in your calculator. 3 with a little line there, a little L shape, and 8. Okay, that's just a reminder on how to type in fractions. So it'll do it for you if you need them to. Okay, last one like this. So I see 6y squared. I see negative 2y squared. So 6 minus 2 is 4y squared. And then I have just a y, nothing else. So that guy's by himself, 5y. And there's a 3 just by itself. So plus 3. So this one ended up having 3 terms since there weren't very many that were alike. Okay. All right, following right along, distributive property. So hopefully you remember that a distributive property means to multiply the number on the outside of the parentheses by what's inside the parentheses, okay? So for this one, we're going to do 4 times x minus 5. So we're going to distribute it to both of these. 4 times x is simply 4x. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. I didn't touch this, so I'm just going to bring it straight down. Now, if you see, we are right back to what we had on this page over here. So we're just going to combine like terms. 4x and 6x are the same. So I'm going to add them because they're positive, and I get 10x, and then minus 20 drops because there's nothing like it. Okay. Next one. We have negative 3 on the outside, so we're going to distribute that to both on the inside, both terms on the inside. Negative 3 times 4 gives me negative 12. Negative 3 times y is negative 3y. Okay, I didn't touch these, so I'm just going to drop them straight down into place. And now we're combining like terms. So I see a y and another y. Adding them together, I get negative 3 plus 3, which actually gives me 0 y's. But I don't want to write that down because we don't write zeros with our terms for our variables. So I'm going to keep that, cancel it out. And then I have this one. So negative 12 and positive 7 is actually negative 5. There's nothing else that goes with it. So that's our answer. Okay. Last one down here. We've got 1/2. So don't let the fractions scare you. 1/2 is simply taking half of the number. So half of 8c would be 4c. Half of negative 4 is negative 2. I didn't do anything to 2c, so I'm going to drop it straight down. Okay. Then I'm going to have combine like terms. So 4c and 2c gives me 6c, and negative 2 we didn't touch. So that one is there. Okay. All right, doing great, you guys. We're going to go down to this last slide. I would like you to pause the video and try these on your own, and I'm going to work them out and also show you the answers here, okay? So I've got 5a and minus 2a is 3a, and 9 is by itself, so it drops. Over here, w's are the same. So 2.3 minus 3 is negative 0.7w. And then these two in the middle go together. Negative 7 plus 8.1 is positive 1.1. So there's your answer for that one. Hopefully you're doing well. This is going to be distributed. So I've got 20p plus 40. Then I've got 16 being distributed, so this gives me negative 48 minus 16p. Okay, like terms, 20p minus 16p is 4p. And in the middle, I've got 40 minus 48, which is negative 8. Great job.